you all feel, given the the fact that we're still trying to understand this virus, and that ultimately it's a health issue. And so first, of course, the rodeo will be canceled. They'll begin winding down starting today, and as the mayor mentioned, we will be working together to assess what other steps need to be taken. I will also be issuing later today a disaster declaration for Harris County. Yesterday at Commissioner's Court, we directed all our departments to prioritize coronavirus preparedness over and above anything that is not an essential function. And we are working very hard with all of the hospitals, with businesses, with schools, as we have been, to ensure that we not only have plans, but that we've exercised those plans, that we've identified weaknesses, and that we're preparing for whatever will happen or may happen with the virus. I do want to make clear, for some time, and especially this weekend, it became very evident that we are facing limitations as to our testing capability. And I've mentioned this somewhat. There are folks that we had to wait for state approval on for that test to be able to be sent to the city lab or to be sent to the lab in Atlanta. And so there are many more folks we could have tested, but because of the lack of tests we've received from the federal government, we've had very limited capabilities. Over the last couple of days, it's become clear that that may have give us, in a sense, an undercount, if we want to put it that way, of what the community spread may have been. And so we were already working toward the step that we're taking today with the rodeo, and we were already working toward further steps. The positive case was identified in Montgomery County, but we know that that individual may have had contacts throughout Harris County. We know that it is only possible and very likely that there are other cases like that going on in Harris County. And so I want folks to know that we'll be working hard to continue to be proactive, understanding that if we had the capability to test more people, we surely would be having more positives and perhaps more evidence of community transmission. And so at the county, we'll also be evaluating our county-sponsored events, but most importantly, hand in hand with the mayor and other jurisdictions, what other steps we need to take right now. Very important for folks to recognize. We are not a hermetically sealed community. We can't do that. We are not an island nation. We can't close our borders. We can't do what some of these small countries have been able to do just here as a county or as a city or as a region. And so we have to recognize that it's possible that despite our containment efforts, it's possible